If you like talking,
Women.
Ladies.
men,
Topic.
Conversations.
and occasional uninformed politics,
Multiple talking women is for you.
hit it! All right, here we go. We're back with multiple talking women. Hi, I'm Paula Gerkin, the producer of Multiple Talking Women, and we have with us our co-host.
Lana Brown coming to you, just shining today, wearing my diamonds around my neck.
You've worn this before.
So what? They're real diamonds.
Okay, and once again, Felicity has sent Barbette. And I talked to her about this. I said, listen, Barbette was nice, but you can't just send someone in your stead.
Barbette, what is Felicity doing this time?
Well, so Trut, her son, did so well on the Pepperidge Farm.
Yeah,
they
Cracker
invited him back to do a whole slew of salamis.
Pepperidge Farm salamis.
Yeah.
Sure.
So he's on set with salami. She got to be with him. And I said, I'll go.
Yeah.
Well, I'm for one
I mean, I'm not mad about it. I had the time of my life last time.
Yeah, okay. And also, D. Michael Burke, who we had on last time, has asked that you stop reaching out.
Well, I thought he liked correspondence on TikTok.
He doesn't want as much as you're sending him.
Okay,
right.
there is
Okay.
a man sitting across from me right
Yes,
now.
there is.
That almost doesn't even look real.
No.
I feel like I'm looking at a spread.
Someone.
It feels like a real Hollywood star.
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
Someone carved
A People magazine
from
spread.
beautiful.
Yeah, this is People magazine.
The most beautiful of whatever those
Marbles?
stones are. Marbles.
Yeah.
Not marbles like marbles that you play with.
Right,
but
yeah.
Marble.
Yeah.
Everyone, may I introduce
Tru
Valentino?
What's up? What's up?
Wow.
I'm happy to be here. Just to clarify that.
Thank you for clarifying. First thing we have to say, because you're not in the room, you can't see him, you can't smell him, so I got to tell you, there's nobody that's been in here that has smelled this good.
No.
Good smell?
Very good. Smell.
Perfect.
Why is that? What's that about? Have you always been a person who just smelled? Is it coming out of your pores naturally, or are you
I
putting
think
something
at
on?
this point, I think I've used so much different fragrances throughout my life that now it's kind of naturally coming out of me. But yeah, I've always been drawn to smelling good because I think you don't get a second first impression ever.
Wow.
Do you think at this point it's created a mix in your blood of a smell, or do you have a scent that you're on right now? Like, can you share your scent?
Yeah, do you go through phases?
I go through phases, and it also depends on how I'm feeling.
Pheromones.
Not quite. It depends on like how I'm feeling.
Is that the science?
And
Yeah, like B.O. used to attract a mate.
yes,
but that's not what we're talking about.
We're talking
about perfume,
something in the bottle
smells.
that you can put on yourself.
I'm imagining knowing Tru in prehistoric times and being attracted to his natural smell.
Okay, can we let him finish?
Right. So, oh gosh, I
I understand that because somebody kept interrupting you. So what
So
we're trying to
the
get
scents.
to is it in your blood or are you on something specific right
I do
now?
not think it's in my blood. I did have that checked out, and the doctor said we can't verify that at all. But yes, I go through phases of different fragrances, and depending on like the time of year.
Drakkar.
Who?
Drakkar.
Noir.
Jerkar?
Drakkar Noir.
Drakkar.
Is that one of them?
I don't use that. No, that's
Okay.
that's kind
It's
of
the
an
only one I
old
know.
school.
That's the 90s.
That's very old school.
Can you share one name? I'm
That
trying
I
to get
do
a sponsor.
use?
I bet they're high end. I'll tell you that. I bet we
man.
can't afford them.
Okay,
Michael
well,
Kors.
I
Does he
do.
have one?
I don't do that.
Okay.
No. One of the ones I really, really like, and I always get really good compliments, but I also mix this with something else.
Oh.
But it's called, the brand is called Sospiro, but the actual, like, fragrance is Vibrato.
I'm
Sospiro
feeling that.
Vibrato.
Sospiro vibrato.
Feeling the vibration of that.
Do you
Yes.
get that in a
Over
Nordstrom
here.
rack?
You
or where do
cannot.
Oh.
That Sospiro, when you ordered it, it's from like the
France?
no
Italy.
UAE, United Emirates.
Oh.
It's, yeah.
Dubai?
Is that where
Is
that's
that
at?
United Emirates?
I'm going to look this up when I get home because
I do
they sound
hair.
like they could be a great sponsor for our show.
Yeah, they want to
Probably.
jump on board with that for
Yeah.
sure. Before we keep going, there's something I'd love us to work on with Tru. I would love us to stop trying to finish his sentence. I'd love him to be
It's
able
fine.
to. Well, is it?
You're making
All right.
a lot of eye contact with me.
Well, because it feels like it's like you think you're connected with him, Barbette. Like you know what he's going to say.
Well, I've
you
just
don't.
met. Oh, okay.
You've just met.
It's a nice foot thing.
Yeah. There's a lot going on over here. I think it's good to say how we know you or how I
Yes.
know you to get rolling. So, we did a live show a little while back with,
Mm-hmm.
we had Bob Odenkirk, we had Michaela Watkins, we had Maggie Baird. We were doing a fundraiser for support and feed. Billie Eilish showed up.
That
And
was
you can
amazing.
see all of this and all of our podcasts. You can see that with your eyes on YouTube. So if
Yeah.
you want to see Tru, go to YouTube and watch it.
Yeah, you can watch it. Well, I found out prior to that show that sometimes for live shows, people like a warm up. They like someone to get the crowd going.
Yes.
And I didn't know that. So I'm, minutes before the show, I'm cruising Hollywood Boulevard looking for somebody who, could do this. And I see two guys. I don't know, were you two together or were you just in the same area?
I think we were just in the same kind
area.
of vicinity.
Yeah, you didn't know him. And I said, hey, you two, will you come warm up? And I didn't know. I thought he's just a guy up there because you were up there kind of doing push-ups and stuff.
I was working out. I was getting in a nice little late afternoon workout.
Yeah,
and
up
then
on Hollywood Boulevard.
I kind of got interrupted, which was fine.
Yeah.
And
And
you
then
spoke to me.
You came down,
Yeah.
and they warmed that crowd up.
Yeah, they did. They made the show.
And then someone said to our intern, actually, the intern who's obsessed with me, if you remember, said to me, that's Tru Valentino. There's from a show called The Rookie.
Oh, she recognized me.
She
Yeah.
recognized
That's awesome.
you. And
Yeah.
I said,
And
oh.
you didn't, though.
No.
Okay.
I don't watch a lot of television, though. So.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't either, really. So,
Okay, good
yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we have that out of the way, because I know people were probably like, how did these folks get this caliber?
But real quick,
person?
that guy who you guys also
Mm-hmm.
brought in, but he was like soliciting some stuff to me, or trying to at least.
Like, what do you mean?
Star Tours?
I wish.
See, this is what I'm talking
I
about.
wish.
You imagined you knew what he was going to say, and you didn't.
I think
I'm
I've
starting to pick that up
connected
now,
with
too.
him.
Yeah,
I'm
you get
sorry. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
You don't have to, but just
No, I like it.
this is wrong.
So he's soliciting like sexual things.
I'm not going to get
You're
into
not
it
gonna
for
get
legal
into it.
reasons because I do have legal stuff against him right now that's pending.
He took off. I don't even know what his name was. He took off.
Chet
Chet,
or either Darian.
Or Click.
Darian.
Darian Chet.
Oh, or Click.
Click.
Did you? I think I might have heard
Click
Click or-
Darian. Maybe.
that might have been his name.
Well, that sounds like a guy in an adult entertainment's name.
Yeah.
He did have that kind of
Oh, he
vibe.
probably wanted you to be in an adult
Yeah.
entertainment movie.
Again, I'm not going to speak on it.
Listen, I'm not mad at him because I think if I was a producer of adult films or I worked in them, I'd probably hunt you down as well.
Yeah,
Because of your smell, your look,
Yeah.
your glasses.
absolutely. And I have those on because it's extremely bright in here.
There's a lot of lights.
Understand.
Yeah.
But you haven't had to go into adult film as like a last resort because you're freaking kind of killing it and you're very successful in a successful show. You're the real deal.
Yeah.
I want to know a bunch of things.
Okay.
Did you go to school for acting? What were you like as a child?
What can we start with one?
You can choose.
All right. What as a kiddo?
Yes.
Did you know you were going to do this?
So I grew up, and luckily my parents had a lot of movies around.
Where was this?
Most of what's that?
Where? Well, like demographically, where? What area?
Demographically or
Where were you
geographically?
living?
Yeah, geographically.
Oh,
it's
probably
demographically,
geographically.
not
Okay,
demographically.
demographically,
I wanna
black
know-
household.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. That is. I did want to know. I wanted
Yeah.
to know the makeup.
Yeah, yeah.
Of
No,
race
I'm not
in the
adopted.
house.
I'm not
okay, got it.
adopted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And then
That was a
geographically.
weird way to ask if he was adopted. Okay.
I smelt it. I smelt it. I sniffed it out. So I was born in Frankfurt, Germany.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Why?
My parents were both in the military,
Holy moly.
Army
Both of
specifically.
them.
I'm saluting them if you can't see me.
Wow.
That's to them.
She's saluting them, yeah.
That is huge amount of respect I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine two people that have the discipline and smarts to be in the army to have an offspring.
Or have more than
multiple.
one. Yeah.
Is that common to have two family members, mom and a dad, who are in the forces?
A lot of my friends that I grew up with, yes, it was.
Because that's where they
Really?
met, probably. Some of them.
At least my
yeah,
parents
you meet
did.
or
Yeah.
you, yeah.
Did one of them rescue the other? How did they meet?
You mean like from
battle?
No, they met in Fort Gordon, Georgia, training.
Oh, training.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was watching her do her sit-ups and push-ups. She was watching him do his artillery training.
I don't think so, because apparently they told me this. When they first met, they actually hated each other.
Oh, that's a sign, though.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it that they didn't like about each other?
They're everything that makes me me.
Oh.
My mom is my dad. So my dad thought my mom was like this loud mouth, like just crazy person, and my mom thought my dad was like this smart ass, acerbic, dry, whatever. And I'm like, oh man, I'm kind of both of those things.
Yeah.
So
Do your parents dislike you?
I don't know that answer.
Okay.
I would assume not.
Okay.
They ended up falling in love and creating.
Yeah, creating what ended up being maybe the best of both of them.
Yes.
Maybe, and also a little bit of the worst of both of them.
Mm-hmm.
To keep them on their toes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Have you ever heard this? Oh, sorry. No, please go. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Nope.
No, I want to hear your
No,
question.
I was just saying.
Actually, I don't know if I should even tell this because this is their business.
Oh, okay.
But how they first
Can we hear?
Yeah.
I don't know. Should I tell this?
I want to, but
I would like to know it.
if it's okay with them.
Man, I hope my mom never hears
What do you
this.
think?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it because I
she'd
already
be proud.
teased it.
Yeah,
can
I mean,
bleep it.
the listeners are gonna lose their minds if they don't hear it.
So, my dad knew one of my mom's my mom's roommate or something, or bunkmate, or I'm not sure, barracks mate.
Yeah.
Was dating one of my dad's friends, or at least they were seeing each other. And so my dad had came over to my mom's place one night with his buddy that's dating my mom's friend, and they ended up leaving to go on a date or something. So my dad was kind of just left there. Keep in mind, they really don't like each other. But my mom, just out of nowhere, was just sitting there, and she was just like, "You want to watch a porno?" And my dad was
This
like,
is an exclusive.
"All right," and yeah,
The rest is history.
the rest
I
is
love
the rest
that.
is yeah.
Inception.
What a great first,
Genesis.
not even a date, just a first time, like, because sometimes you get that primal
Yeah.
connection before you get the rest of it.
Yeah.
Truly.
I think this is a great. They needed that because whether they're on the battlefield or not, they're in the army and it's strict.
Is it the army?
It is the army.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of
You
work.
got to blow off that steam.
Literally.
And they did, I think, for sure.
Yeah.
They for sure
Oh,
did.
I love it.
Good for them. And I also like that it was, like feminism.
Yeah.
Like she
Yeah.
said, "Hey, let's do this."
My mom's a very type A person.
She gets it done.
She's very like she doesn't hold anything
I
back.
like her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
You have that in you too a little bit.
A little
maybe.
bit. I try to mitigate that as much as possible.
Yeah.
Because
To be a little more easygoing.
truly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you? All right. So you are born there.
Yeah, but sorry, just to double down on that.
Yeah, double down.
I think that kind of set me up for some level of failure because in my later years, I have been expecting women to do that.
Oh, yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
expecting
Well,
them
maybe
to.
you haven't met the right ones
No,
yet.
you have not.
I don't think so because no one's ever been like, "Hey, you want to watch a porno?"
Yeah.
Well, as I talked about in an earlier podcast that we did, there is something brewing here between myself and Tru.
Yeah, it's palpable.
I can feel it.
I'm jealous.
And
She thinks everybody's in love with her.
well,
Oh,
it's no, I don't think it. It's true.
I don't know.
This is why I have to wear this ring so people don't come after me
to
all the time.
ward them off.
She
Yeah.
thinks it's true. I don't know.
Well, listen, I get a lot of flowers. I get a lot of, mail with money in it. I get a lot of
Mail with just money in it.
yeah,
Wow.
from men. Yeah.
And it's not like checks for jobs that you've done,
No, just cash. Just
oh.
say just
like
because they're into me.
like birthday thingies.
No, just randomly. Just men trying
Envelopes with just cash in it.
to like. Yeah.
Man, that's
Yeah. He's acting shocked, but I know the writing. On
You got
one of
it.
those-
You got it.
On one of those
Envelope of cash
envelopes.
coming
I got
later.
some cash coming.
I'm digging deep. I'm trying to see if that's what you like.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I don't need that. And the truth is, sometimes
Won't
there's
do it.
just if the pheromones are there, I'm going to ask you to watch a porn with me, and don't worry about it.
Okay.
You know?
Cool.
So that may be coming in
Wow.
your future.
Nice.
Anyways, okay, so you grew up in Frankfurt, or you're there for how long?
I was there until I was like 6, 7.
Can you speak German?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I know, like, you talking
Basic
about fluently?
phrases.
Yeah, I know, like, basic stuff, but, like, fluently, nah. But when I was a kid, I knew it much more. Yeah, but as they say,
Yeah. Use it or lose it.
I don't know
Is
that.
that-
I don't know that phrase.
I just did what Barbette does. I just
Oh, you're
thought-
trying. Oh, now you're
Yeah.
taking my tactic.
Yeah, I'm taking your tactic.
I thought
he
the
was
thing
gonna
was
say
just you just say as they say, and then that's it.
Oh.
And you just like leave it at that.
Oh, you leave a
Was
little
that not
dot,
a-
dot, dot.
Yeah,
As they
ellipses.
say. I think you have to say what they
Ooh,
say.
ellipses will
Do
be
you?
a good name for a person.
Ooh, ellipses
Ellipses.
Jones.
I'm dating this man, ellipses.
Yeah.
Because he always leaves you wondering.
Ooh. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
then you come to the United States.
Yeah, when
Yes.
does that
Was it
happen?
a shock? And where did you go?
Yes, because of where my parents got stationed.
Where?
Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Oh, wow.
I can't use as they say because then I was going to say something and that
okay.
would just defeat my whole thing that I already
Okay.
built.
We don't have to be stuck to it.
Yeah, we can be fluid.
Thank you. Well, as they say, Fort Lost in the Woods.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's
so woodsy.
It's such a woodsy place.
And they let them be repositioned because they were together.
Together, yes.
married.
Typically,
So that's nice.
Typically, yes.
Yeah.
Now, no, don't get me wrong. Sometimes, if you go typically when you go to your next duty station, if you're married, you will go together. But if someone gets deployed somewhere, then that's when it can be separate. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's quite a jump, Germany to Missouri.
Yes, but believe it or not, there are so many. Missouri in general just has a huge German population because, like in the 1800s, a lot of
nice.
German immigrants.
Oh, okay.
You said no.
I said, oh, no.
Yeah, no. That's what I said.
Is that okay?
I guess. It sounds like you're saying, we don't like Germans. So
No,
that's-
I like Germans. Germans are great.
Okay,
These
great.
is pre-World War Germans, just so you know.
Yeah.
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 Like in the 1800s, whatever, a lot of German immigrants. And there's a town in Missouri called Herman, Missouri, that actually hosts their own Oktoberfest every October.
that
And it's
sounds like
huge.
fun.
Beers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bratwurst?
Yeah. covered
Herman.
Wow. Okay.
in Sauerkraut.
So then when did this
Yeah.
Oh my! All right, she
Yeah.
got stuck on a loop. All right.
the talent come out? Did you say I'm gonna do this?
Yeah. What
when did that-
what kind of
I'm an actor.
opportunities are
Oh,
in
yeah, I
Missouri
wanna know.
for a kid who, has some talent? Nothing.
Were you doing goofs in your...
Sports.
Oh. Were you
Was
the
the only
funniest on the
opportunity.
team?
Yeah.
On the team?
Yeah.
I would say so.
Yeah, I
but
bet.
I grew up with some funny friends, or at least I thought they were funny. And yeah, there were guys who I grew up with, and in my brain, I'm like, oh, they're funnier than me. But the thing that I could do voices really good. So that was like my trump card. Like I would do impressions of teachers or whatever, or other friends. But there were other guys that I felt were quicker, sharper than me. But look at them now.
Yeah. What are they doing now? They're coach. Oh boy.
I
Are
feel
they in
good.
Missouri?
What?
They still in Missouri?
Stuck in
Some of
Missouri?
them.
No, I think
Not stuff. It's a wonderful place.
Maybe a handful.
Yeah.
But a lot of them they've branched out. They've gone. Some
Sure.
joined the military.
Yeah. And what sports are we talking about? What teams were you in?
I did football and track.
Wow.
Sorry, I played football and I ran track.
Yeah.
Do you
Me
think-
saying I did it makes it sound like I didn't do it at all.
Do you think you
Got
could
it.
run faster than Paula?
I'm a running coach.
Maybe I don't know.
Okay.
It depends. Like
We might have to have a runoff.
We might have to have a race.
Did you know that I also did track? I did the hurdles. It was hard.
Yeah. Hurdles are hard.
that is hard. I didn't do hurdles.
What'd you do?
I was all sprints. I did 100, 200, the 4x1 and 4x2.
So you can get going real
Yes,
fast.
but every now and then my coach would do this really sick thing where he'd be like, Tru, we need you to run the 400.
No.
Like just open 400. No. The 4x4, which typically was the last race of the whole track meet. And everyone's watching, everyone's looking at
Is
that
that
one
four
specific.
people when you're
relay?
handing off a baton? Yeah.
It's 4 people run the whole track.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And it's a full out sprint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a quarter of a mile.
That's a lot.
And it's very, very difficult. Yeah. At least for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
Okay,
really
but
hard.
but you know, here's what I think is interesting about people who played sports. You push yourself
Yes, you do.
to this limit, and you're like, I got to get to the finish line. I got to get to the finish line, and I think that is kind of the mentality you need in this business.
Yes.
To go like, I'm hanging in there. I'm going to keep going. I can do this. I can fight through the pain. I can fight through the rejection, and I'm going to end up on top. Don't
Yeah.
you think that that's part of what's great mentality for sports?
Oh, I think. Yes.
I don't know what's so funny,
think-
Barbette.
Sorry.
I think having a sports background has helped me tremendously, especially in a little town like LA, because you're gonna take rejection, you're gonna get some bumps, some bruises, and you need to be able to be coachable sometimes.
Yeah,
that's
and a lot of people
don't know that.
they don't have that.
But so you've had bumps and bruises, or you've had any rejection? Because it doesn't seem like you could.
Here or
in
like
Los
in sports?
Angeles.
Oh, tons. Yeah.
Oh, that's shocking.
Well,
to me.
sure.
well, wait a minute. I want to hear that, but I want to understand, how does a kid from Missouri,
Lost in the woods.
grabbing the footballs and running with them, end up getting to have a career in the show business?
Well, I always was the class clown. So even though I was like, quote, jock, I suppose, I always was a class clown, and I always would branch out and hang out with all the kids in the school. Like in terms of high school, I think everyone would be like, oh yeah, Tru's cool. Like even like the weird kids who get to school super early and are like playing like cards
Yeah,
or
Sudoku.
what?
Oh,
They're getting there early to play Sudoku.
are you filling in his blank?
Sudoku? you
Sorry.
mean?
Yeah.
Okay. No, they were
Sudoku?
playing like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh.
But in
Hey,
the same,
yeah,
it's
I
in
was
the
not that
same,
far
it's in the
off.
same
Yeah.
universe,
Is
I'm
that
sure.
like Pogs?
Yu-Gi-Oh's animals,
Pogs,
right?
like P-A-W-G.
Remember Pogs?
No.
I
Nobody remember Pogs.
I remember Pogs. There's
What's Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's a
Pokemon.
anime that was also turned into a card game, or it might have been a card game first. I think it was a card game first, and I don't know.
Okay.
It was anime, and just the most searched porn in the world is called hentai,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
anime porn, just to make a
Oh.
full circle.
Wow, full circle. Porn,
You're
anime.
watching full
okay.
on anime.
So
doing it.
so what you're saying is you kind of it didn't matter what
You're
you're
friends
into.
with everybody.
You kind of liked everybody. And
I was
it
very,
all-
I was very
Love that.
so.
eclectic in my my taste for humans.
Yeah.
Do you think you were collecting characters as you went along?
Interesting. Like observing and saying, all right,
Definitely that. I definitely like, because sometimes I would get to school early because I like to eat breakfast, the school breakfast. Which
Yes.
Some people don't like school food.
I love school food.
I used to go ham during lunch, so much so that I would be tired
Salisbury
the rest
steak?
of the day. Yeah.
Mashed potatoes?
Everything.
Ooh, square rectangle pizza.
Rectangle?
Yeah, rectangle pizza that looks
Where do
like
they have that at?
I don't know, in the school.
I love school lunch, and I love hospital food and airplane food. Okay, so let's
anything on a
continue.
tray.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Why hospital food? Are you there often?
No, but my grandmother and her sister sometimes would just go to the hospital cafeteria for a
Just for
meal
lunch?
because it was low cost, and I went with them once.
They're okay though. They were okay at the time.
100%.
They just went just to get the. Did
to
they
get a
pretend
nice
to be?
lunch.
Yeah, so it feels comforting to me now.
No, anyone can go in there
because you can get soup,
People.
a salad, a main dish, a dessert, a pudding,
Jell-O.
a rice pudding, a Jello.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
So you'd get there early.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I would get to school early, and some of the kids would be in there, the ones that like sit in a corner and hug each other for
Yeah.
extended period of time.
Oh,
Do you know
okay.
what kids I'm talking about?
No.
Hug each other.
I do.
I know what kids I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do too. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So they get in. So all right. So you kind of you get along with everybody,
Right.
but now I still want to understand, how does that lead to
Well,
now where you are today?
Being the class clown that I
Yeah.
was, I realized that I really, really enjoyed making people laugh. Like genuinely, like a dopamine
Yeah.
bump.
Yes.
And so
Jesus.
I watched a lot of comedians, or I would always, not so much comedians. I would always watch Comedy Central a lot. And anytime that Comedy Central used to have these like random shows, it's just like Comedy Central presents, and then Pablo Francisco or whoever.
There's
like
one of those voices we heard about.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh, I like
Very
that.
nice.
Yeah, they just do some random stuff like that. So I'd always watch these random clips of like Pablo Francisco, Brian Regan. I would watch Mad TV, SNL, you know, stuff. And I grew up on a lot of the Eddie Murphy movies, like the Clumps and stuff.
Yeah.
So I always watched it, and like the stuff that I just enjoyed was comedy. But I also felt like I had a funny household because me and my brother, like he used to crack me up all the time, and I used to think he was so funny.
Older or younger?
Older, and I still think he's funny, but like in a different way, almost an accidental
Oh, you
way.
look up to your sibling. You're like, oh, they're the funniest in the world.
Yeah.
Maybe then
Oh.
I looked up to him.
You've eclipsed him.
I wouldn't say, well,
In comedy.
In comedy, yes, for sure. He
But
is.
you're kind of equals now in life, maybe, in as far as no. Oh, all right.
Okay.
Ooh, all right. We're getting points.
Understood.
Points up, points in.
I
Understood.
love learning this
Got
stuff.
it. I get it.
Love
I get it. That's
learning
good. You got to
stuff.
do it.
One up for God and Jesus.
Sure.
Sure. Okay, so you decide I like this comedy. I like what I'm watching. What
Yeah.
what do you do next? You're still in Missouri, right?
Yeah,
What does a kid in Missouri do when they think they want to do that thing?
Do you make your own stuff? I guess like I did some YouTube stuff for a little bit.
I'd love to
And
do
how
that.
old is
I'd love
this?
to
An
see that.
18-year-old Tru, a 19-year-old Tru? How old are you?
Well, at first, me and my buddy Corey Carter, we had this channel that was mostly his channel, but it was like 18, 19. We did YouTube, and we had all these videos. And then in 2010,
Great year.
he randomly decided to go to like Cincinnati or something for some church stuff. He got like really religious or something. And then
Do you
he
know him?
Huh?
Do you know him?
Chad Carter?
Yeah.
Corey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, Corey. Yes, I do know him.
Okay.
Oh, you know Corey Carter?
Yeah, Corey Carter. Yeah.
Nice.
Through God and Jesus
Okay.
and
Okay.
church.
In
Oh, you guys
church.
are like linked that way
Yeah,
spiritually.
She says a lot of
youth ministry,
Yeah.
travel ministry.
That would make
travel
sense because
stuff.
he went to Cincinnati for something like that,
great.
Yeah,
and he
for
ended
the
up
big
deleting
Deleting. Oh,
event.
our whole channel.
He deleted it?
He deleted the whole channel
because of coming to Christ.
just because of the flavor of Christ.
Oh.
It wasn't
Like
the right flavor.
I'm a Christian. Sorry,
But there's
but
different.
you're,
Wow.
there's
but
different.
you're like funny's funny, regardless of
Truly.
me being a Christian.
Truly, yeah.
But so it was too much for
he just got into
There's different kinds of Christians.
he
let's
got
just
into
say.
he's not
Yeah.
that no more. He actually pulled back on that, and that angers me a little bit more because it's like, man, see, this didn't even stick, and you got rid of
Yeah.
history.
Yeah.
I see. Oh,
he wanted to
wow.
erase the history, and now I bet he wished he could go see it.
He threw the baby
Sure.
out with the bathwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
wow.
That's a
Okay.
shame.
So then you're on your
shirt.
own. You got no YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Would you just start to say, well, I guess I'm going to create stuff on my own, or do you find somebody to do stuff with?
So I'll fast forward because college happened, and I moved to Florida, and I moved to Mexico, and then I left there.
what did you do? Just out of curiosity, what did you go to college for?
What
Just whatever.
I went.
You just went to college.
I had
Yeah,
a
for the
minor.
parties.
I had a.
For the parties.
I actually was straight edge for a long time.
Oh,
I didn't smoke. I didn't drink. I didn't do any of that. Like
Yeah.
when I was in high school, sport. It was like
Yeah, that's from
your
that army
body's a
upbringing.
temple.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
and also I guess I was
Keep it clean.
a bit scared. I don't even know. I'll say this. Me and my brother used to like sneak and drink my dad's beer every now and then, but I never liked it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know nothing about liquor. So I'm like, oh, beers, this is it. And I was like, if this
and
is
that's
it,
gross. No thanks.
I'm not doing this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and then smoking, I never was into that. And even when people was like smoking weed around me back in the day, I was just like, "Pfft, you're a pothead, man. You're wasting your life.
Yeah.
What a burnout.
Your brain's going to turn into an egg.
Hey, I do gummies. It's fine.
Okay. All right. So now we're jumping forward.
Okay,
Past
okay,
golf.
so-
Forward,
Past Mexico.
Past Mexico, past Florida.
Sure.
Yeah, and then I decided to come out to LA, and I didn't know anybody. I didn't know the industry, nothing. I was just like, I'm gonna go out there, and I think I'm good enough to make something happen.
Oh, I think
Brave.
but I think you need to have that.
Yeah.
That is brave.
It's brave, and it's very what's the word I'm looking for?
Delusional.
Delusional.
But as
Slightly
they say,
delusional.
But I guess it wasn't.
Delulu is the solulu.
Yeah.
Being delusional is the solution. Because otherwise you show up and you're like, I don't know if anybody's going to like me. I'm not good.
Is that
Right.
Oh, I love that voice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So you show up. Where do you live?
When I first moved here,
Yeah.
I found this place in North Hollywood on Roomster.com.
Okay.
And this guy, I'm not gonna say any names just in case he's a listener.
Sure.
He was renting a couch renting out his couch in his living
Wow.
room for $568 a month, y'all.
Holy
couch?
moly.
A steal.
Kind of. That's a lot for
That's
a
a
couch.
lot for
It's
one
another
couch.
great voice.
But you got the kitchen and the bathroom.
I got it.
Access?
access.
could-
Yes, I
you
was
could-
allowed to use the
You could
restroom.
heat up some ramen.
Yeah, but his kitchen was it was a state. I actually didn't like going in that kitchen because it was like he didn't really
Yeah.
care to clean it up. Or
How
whatever.
long were you there till you said, I got to figure out something else?
I was there for a few months. I was
Okay.
kind of in between living there and living out of my car, legit. Yeah. And I remember I just I would park on Van Noen in North Hollywood, and I would sit in my car a lot of the time, and yeah, I was just sitting there, and my whole back seat was just a bunch of clothes. And then he started dating, and he was old. He's like in his like mid 40s at the time, and he started right, and then he started dating this like girl, like she was like 26 or something at the time, and also by day he was by night he was a photographer.
by night.
So
Back to porn.
Well, not quite, but like boudoir, lingerie-esque. So like some of these young girls would come in here, bless their hearts.
Yeah.
They'd come in there and do photo shoots. He didn't do anything creepy or whatever, but like it's just like, you think you're gonna become a model now?
Yeah, nothing's going to happen.
You know, he would take photos, and like at that time I couldn't be there because obviously it's
Right.
literally a 1-bedroom apartment
Yeah.
with a living room. So he
They need a place to sit while they're waiting to go in for their boudoir.
not even that.
No.
My bed would be flipped up.
Used
Would be.
as
You're doing it again.
Thank you, Tru. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
It's okay, Barbette.
His
You're-
bed would be flipped up,
It would just be up. And
to
so
excite it, like you don't exist.
I couldn't be there.
Yeah, sure.
So I had nowhere to be. So I spent a lot of time at Panda Express and LA Fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
And then
Because
what do
those
you?
are the two things that I knew.
I mean, this feels.
the one on Coenga?
Which
They're right
one?
near each other. There's
Which
a LA Fitness and a Panda.
No, it was the LA Fitness on Victory in
Oh, okay.
NoHo.
Okay. This
So-
is compelling.
It is compelling, and I'm. It feels like a sad time.
Yeah, well, for my mom it was.
Hmm.
She wanted me to fail miserably out
She
here.
wants you to come home.
She wanted me to fail out here. She even told me years later. She was like, "I used to pray. It's like, Lord, don't let him let it not work, so he can come back home." What an idiot.
But God had different
Mr.
plans.
Baby.
Yes.
God had different
you know, when
and
you're a
God
mother-
wasn't listening to her.
No,
That's right.
because- yeah.
He's like, I don't want to hear you no more. You seduced your husband
With porn. So who do you think
Yeah.
you are?
But
But
you just talk
she
to me?
missed you.
I know,
She
yeah,
missed
she
you,
did.
yeah. Wow. So so what I've also heard about you is much like a lot of our guests, that you took classes at the Groundlings Theater.
I
Is
did,
that right?
yes.
When did that start?
That
happening?
started in 2016.
And when had you moved? What was the year?
I
you
moved in 2015.
Okay, so
it was
soon
a year
you started
after.
to create a community a little bit after you moved.
Yes, a little bit after I moved, I was actually I got on. Well, I almost got trapped into the Church of Scientology.
Sure.
And then through that, I also found this place on lacasting.com. This place in the Valley. It was like, want to earn $125 a week by performing. I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Went to do this improv audition at the time. I really hadn't done a ton of improv. Went to do this audition, got into the theater or whatever, and they put me like in one of the lower levels. And like after like my first day there, the teacher, her name was Devin, and she was just like, you don't need to be here. So she bumped me up. And so then I got to be in the group that like got
Paid.
teaching. No.
Oh.
Got teaching from the main guy. No one got paid ever. That was not true. You didn't get. No, you
Nobody
didn't.
got 125.
But
No.
did you have to pay?
You did. I paid $115.
so instead of getting paid, you had to
I
pay.
paid $115 a month.
This
to
is a
be
good
there.
scam.
This
I
think
we
you're
should-
getting paid.
I want my interns in the room, our intern, and I want to say this is what we should say on this podcast. Listen to the podcast, get paid $100 a week, and then eventually they'll learn they're not going to get paid, but
Turn
they
it
might
around.
listen for
They
a
might
while.
pay us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when then are you get your own place and you get your first job where you're making some money?
I didn't get my own place till years later.
But what was the next? But there was something
Can I go
better.
back?
Yeah.
So how'd you hear about the Groundlings?
Through a friend. A friend that I met at this theater
Okay.
that I was at.
Thank you. That was a missing link.
yeah.
Sorry, Paula.
It wasn't
She
missing
was like, And sometimes I used to cat sit for her when she would go out of town. I used to love that because she had her own place, the Dillon off of Santa Monica, right, Santa Monica and La Brea. It was a nice apartment.
area.
And I was just like, oh, this is awesome. Hell yeah, I'll watch a cat. Why not? And then one day she was just like, Tru, like, you do really good at like voices and characters or whatever. Like, it just kind of seems natural. It's like, you should take classes at the Groundlings, because she was taking classes at the Groundlings. And I kind of had heard about the Groundlings, but
Did you say who's this person? What's her name?
her name is Devin.
Devin Drew?
Yes.
I've heard of her.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Devin had
Great
told me
comedian.
about the. Yeah,
That's
she told me
wonderful.
about the Groundlings.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
shout
Well,
out
thank
to Devin.
you. Shout out to Devin.
Yes.
Big time.
Big time.
Hey, do you still watch Cats if the
I
need
don't.
arises? Oh,
I would, but I don't.
all right.
Are you?
I got to figure something out.
This too shall pass. I'm sure you'll be all right.
You think I'll figure something out?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, all those suitors that are
Yeah.
You're absolutely
Give you
right.
the
One of
cash.
them will do
Yeah.
it. One of them
Yep.
will do it.
telling
Okay. So, all right, but here's what I want to hear, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to bed tonight having a nightmare of you on this couch.
Oh, yeah.
So when did you have at least your own bedroom? Was that soon after?
that was a couple months or like 2 months
so
after.
it wasn't that long that you were in this horrible situation.
Yeah, because he
Okay.
basically kicked me out because his 26-year-old girlfriend decided to move in with him, and he was like, "Hey, man, it would kind of be weird if you're here, so you gotta." And like he gave me, it wasn't like you know what I mean? Like
It
they're
wasn't
supposed
like
to
a
give you-
30 days.
Yeah, it was kind of like,
No.
and I was just like, "All right, man, sure. Yeah, I don't know anybody in this city," and I went on, as you do, I went on Craigslist,
Sure, of course.
and found this guy up by Sylmar, kind of Lakeview Terrace area, Pacoima-ish, whatever. And he said he was offering a room, and so I went to go offer a room for $550, and I was like, "Oh, this is like $18 cheaper
For a room.
If my math is wrong, so what?"
Yeah.
And yeah, I met him, and I lived there for 6 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in that room.
Wow. Wow.
amazing.
I don't know if we've heard a story like this
No.
that feels so it all feels so precarious.
And what's that word?
It's precarious, like you're on the edge.
Like at any moment.
At any
it could
moment
go.
this could go badly. You're in your
Yeah.
car, you've got lingerie models coming in, you can't get into your couch.
Cats.
Yeah, well, that came later. The cats came a
That was
little
kind of a
later.
good thing, though.
Yeah, that was good.
That was like a
Still,
reprieve.
cats,
Devin
you can't
and
trust
Devin
cats,
helped.
so you never know.
I learned that.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I learned
That's
that.
crap.
Yeah.
That's true. They like you, and then they get you. That's what I like about them. All right,
But so, how
yeah.
are you paying for the rent and life at that time? And
So-
when did it transition?
Yeah, I had a little bit of money saved up from when I worked in Florida at this all-inclusive resort called Club Med.
Oh.
It's a French company.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure
And,
is.
so
Martinique.
He did it in Florida.
Got
What did you do there? What was your
In Florida,
skills?
I
at
was
Club Med?
I was the village entertainer.
Oh
Yeah, and I know that sounds dicey.
no, that's major.
Because a lot of people, I don't know who our listeners are, but Club Med back in like the 80s was known as like a swingers resort.
yes. So as the entertainer, they thought maybe.
But there was still some of that vibe, you know.
Totally.
you know,
Sure there was.
There were some like people who would come back, you
Were
know,
you
from
were you shirtless entertaining?
Man,
Most of the time.
when I tell you, yes, I almost always had my shirt off in
Wow.
Florida.
Yeah.
And I was very like lean then too, so like you saw everything.
Whoa.
You're leaner than you are now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I consider you
Big
lean and ripped right now,
I'm a little bit.
or as
I'm a
Lana
little
likes
thick.
to say, yoked.
I'm a little
Yeah,
thicker. I'm a little
yoked.
thicker now.
Yeah.
I can't
Okay.
imagine.
Thick.
Yeah.
Thick and ripped.
Yeah.
Thick,
I need to go to
rich,
church.
ripped,
get
yoked.
Yeah. Get to church,
Okay.
please.
So, wow.
All
okay.
right.
Glowing.
Club Med.
We've
Emollient.
spent so much time on the
Okay.
past. I really
Yes.
want to get to the present.
Okay, sure.
Ooh, yes.
But wait, so you're on The Rookie,
Yes.
which is a hit show.
yeah, apparently.
And it's this is not an easy. I feel like with network television these days, from what I've heard, this is not an easy feat to have a hit show on a network and you've got one. So what preps you for something like this? Did you had some other jobs prior to this, but like is this
Other
the
jobs?
meaning you've worked, you've done some movies, you've done some voiceover stuff, you've done some things.
I started. That was my first. That was my first that's my first.
The Rookie's your first job?
Yes. First like show.
First
Wow.
show.
I did a bunch of voiceover.
Okay, so
Before.
mostly voiceovers.
Yeah, mostly.
So when I'm thinking movies, I'm just thinking of you doing voiceovers and maybe movies or TV
Yeah,
or whatever.
you're thinking of that.
Wow,
Wow.
this is fascinating.
So this is
That was my first on camera
Wow.
thingy.
I'm gonna cry. That's amazing.
now
story.
first on camera thing is usually someone saying, "Hey, pass the cheese."
Never did that.
Not you.
no.
Or
Well, I
pass
did
the
also
butter.
did some commercials.
Sure.
I did a Super Bowl commercial in 2021, right after
Wow.
the pandemic, so that was cool.
Yeah.
And I also did an AT&T commercial with Steve Harvey. I did a DiGiorno commercial with Jay Farrow. I'm sorry, I'm name dropping. That's just
No, I love
disgusting.
that.
I
You
hate
got
to do.
their texts.
Did
You got
not.
their phone numbers.
Did not.
Can we get him on here?
That's what I'd love to get them on there.
Who?
Both.
all.
Everybody you know.
I think I named 3
Can I do their
people.
hair?
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Steve Harvey's bald.
Oh,
But he could
I
use
specialize
creams.
in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could lotion up.
He's got a big mustache.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you could style
Mustache
that
work.
mustache for
Yeah.
sure.
I wish I was you.
Why is that?
I want to be on a show every day.
Oh, well, it's
and
not every
have
day.
it be my first thing.
And
Yeah.
and that
To not have to
show
struggle.
seems like so much fun. There, you can tell everybody's having fun.
Yeah, the crew. I mean, one, it starts with Nathan Fillion, who's
Yes.
number one on the call sheet, and like
Yes.
they say, like whoever the top person is usually sets the tone, and he does. He's the nicest person you'll ever meet. He is just like, and so the energy is always good. And then like the rest of the cast, I've grown to like really enjoy as human beings. So like it's a good environment.
Wow. What do you get to improvise on that? Because since you did Groundlings, you know about improv.
Not quite. Network TV isn't.
Is this in front of a studio audience?
It's not.
Okay.
It's a
Single.
procedural.
But you
Procedural.
bring your own, I think, even though it is a procedural, it is network,
Yeah.
but you bring your own spice to it, I think.
Something.
Well, it's procedural. is
You're
what-
having a really hard time talking today.
because of my diamond necklace.
Oh, is it squeezing your larynx?
My goiter, yeah.
Oh. She does have a goiter. She has
Nice.
to talk about it.
Okay.
You radiated it though. You got it smaller.
Yeah, but I mean, there's still residual shrapnel,
Sure.
which is an army reference.
Yes. Were you hit with some artillery or something?
I had this thing, and they hit it hard with like a mini artillery.
Yeah. Mini
Yeah.
artillery radiation.
So, but I think you bring, even though it's not a comedy, but you bring something
It's-
to
yeah,
it that
no.
has, a lot in it.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you.
I love procedurals.
I tried. Yeah. I mean,
A levity.
Yes, a levity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A levity.
Well,
I
that's
think
what you
that's
gotta
what
have.
they kind of like sometimes push for ish or I assume that's what they're putting in the writing.
What would you call it? A dramedy?
No,
No,
I would
not
call
even.
it procedural.
Just call it a procedural.
Yeah, because it's mostly drama, but there's moments that now in this, like the comedy isn't the comedy I would do or I would say.
Because you'd be doing what? Fart stuff or what?
Poop stuff.
No, I don't like that.
If I could get away with it, yes,
Yeah.
I would.
Because you it's funny, like
I
childish fun
I
stuff.
like farts,
Yeah.
and
I
they're
don't.
Love
You don't?
farts.
Can I tell you why?
yes.
Here's a perspective thing that might have happened. You're making love to your primary person. It's a great, wonderful night. You get up, you go to the restroom, and you audibly fart. Where's the humor in that? It's awful.
Wait, are you
I'm
saying this happened to
laughing.
you?
I'm
Or did
laughing.
it happen to your
saying
partner?
This happened to me.
Why
But
is it
sounds like it's coming from experience a little
I'm
bit.
saying, what if that happened? You would be demoralized.
Well, you didn't say what if. You kind of started it as if like this is a tale you're telling of yourself.
I won't admit that
Okay,
on air.
that's
but
fair.
I'm saying
So
that could happen.
I think if
And you
it
said
happened
primary.
during. Oh, she's a lot of lovers.
I have one
Oh.
primary who I have a child with, and then there's a variety of lovers in Simi Valley.
Oh, so then you would have fit right in at Club Med.
I would have loved it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right up your
But
alley.
not if I'm farting all the time.
So you keep getting closer and closer to admitting that this was you.
Anyway, let's continue.
Right.
I don't. If it was happened during it, I'd
think
probably be
after
embarrassed.
that would
worse.
be embarrassing.
I've had a
After's worse?
situation where
Tell me.
it wasn't me, but the girl
Heard.
she tooted. Yeah.
What did you do? Did you giggle or did you just act like you didn't hear anything?
Oh.
Now that you say that, I think that happened twice. I think
Oh.
one time a girl did toot, and I acted like nothing happened,
Oh,
and I just went like,
No.
I just like tried to.
You tried to block
I
your
tried to
holes.
like
Yeah.
keep my. But it like, and maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe I haven't. Maybe I haven't been around enough women farting, but I feel like girls' farts don't linger as much.
I think every woman is
interesting.
different. Some
Okay.
don't smell at all. Silent, but
But here's the thing about women. I don't know if this is too graphic. And I'm telling you, if our editor's listening, don't you dare cut this because people need to know about this. Women, we have a couple holes down
those
there.
holes.
Oh,
Right? You got your back hole and your front hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's actually a little hole
Another-
inside the front
And it's
hole.
sure, and it's all connected. So
Urine.
guess what happens when that front hole you don't have as much room.
Yeah.
You air's got to go somewhere,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So yeah, you might too. A woman might too.
Or queef.
You mean
Or
just in general?
No, during
She might?
during
like
the
a
act.
sound
Oh.
could happen.
A sound could happen during
Oh
the
yeah,
act.
what you said that word. Whoever
Queef.
used. Yeah, that happens.
No, but
That's
I'm saying,
different.
but it's not
You won't
different.
say it.
Because guess what's right up against each other? The colon and the uterus. They're back to back.
Yeah, they're right
so
there.
guess what? Let's say
Fill
they're
up.
like this. You fill up the uterus, it goes like this against the wall of the colon, and you're squishing
bumping stuff.
You're
Okay.
bumping stuff around.
I just want to say
You're
for the record, I've
jostling.
never farted during sex.
Well, great.
Okay.
Okay,
All right. So now, how many? This is season 3.
No,
You're in?
no. This
Two.
is season
8?
6.
6.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What my math? Wait. When did
6.
this start?
For me,
Yeah. When did this?
I got on in season 4, so this is
Okay.
my third season.
Well,
Or
yeah.
So excited.
4, 5. Yeah, this is my third season.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is your third season.
Yes,
and
But
it just
you
got
in a
renewed,
4.
right?
it did.
What a celebration.
What
but
do you?
but
you,
who knows?
You
Wow.
buy some gorgeous things, shoes,
Sometimes, yeah.
earrings.
Yeah.
Look at
What do
these
you do when
Gucci
you found out it's
shoes.
renewed?
Yeah.
Do you go? I'm giving myself a present.
No, I actually I did a staycation.
A staycation.
Where'd you go?
I went to the Waldorf Astoria.
Where's that?
It's in Beverly Hills.
Oh.
And how long did you stay?
I stayed like the weekend.
That's nice.
There.
Massages?
No.
You just
Just
want to be
relax.
there.
I'd never really had a massage before. Like I've never went to a professional massage place.
I'm not a fan.
You
either.
might need to
Not
do
a
it.
fan.
People tell me about it.
Yeah.
They're like just to relax
Describing a
yourself.
massage. Interesting.
What's that?
It's just interesting to have someone describe a massage to you.
Yeah, they tell
What it
me
would be
like they
like.
go in full detail. Like, and I'm like, you don't. This has been 30 minutes now. You don't have to tell me like
Yeah,
the
don't
whole
tell me. I'll do
thing.
it
But
if
I
I
like
feel
that
like
you
it.
treat yourself. That's
Yeah.
nice.
I guess that was, but it was just I was just kind of like, why not?
Do something.
Yeah.
I think experience is better than a thing, anyways. Meaning, you
Yes.
could buy yourself some more fancy fragrances.
Truly.
Or you could have a great weekend away.
And I may have done that as well.
Ooh.
Do you know? Sorry.
Go.
Do you know your love language?
Are you familiar with this phrase?
Yes,
Love language.
love language, like acts of service and
Yeah.
Gifts.
gifts.
Yeah.
Quality
What mine
time.
is
Quality
like, what
time.
do I what
And
I
physical touch.
Like
do
what? Yeah,
or-
this is a good question.
Yeah.
What he gives as his
Gives.
love language,
Or what I like to
gets?
receive.
What you like
Yeah.
to receive.
I don't like gifts.
Oh.
Interesting.
I think mine would probably be quality time because I
Same.
enjoy just vibes. You know, if it's a vibe, I like vibes.
Yeah,
I'm a big vibe
good
person.
vibes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, you're gonna give us some vibes later.
Now you know.
I know you're gonna get mad, but I let it go longer. Lana said before this started, I want a long time with Tru, and we are way past our normal
Okay.
time.
Oh.
Guess what? We're even gonna have him for another episode sometime.
Yeah.
So screw you.
Well, listen, I'm just keeping check of the time. I'm not in charge of time. Time
This
is
whizzed
time.
by. This was. I feel like we've only been here for.
That's
2
the thing. When it's
seconds.
fun, you
Yeah.
can't tell, which is great.
And it's so fun. But
We like to ask our
Yes.
guests if you have advice for a young Tru Valentino coming into town, living on a couch and in their car. What advice would you give somebody?
try not to do it the way I did it because that might not work for everyone. But my advice, I would definitely say, if you can afford it, go take classes at the Groundlings Theater. I think the training there is invaluable. Is that the word?
Yeah.
I think it's invaluable. And if you can really get good at that skill, I mean, I'm still working on that, but like if you can really hone
I
in
think you're
and
pretty good.
I've progressed,
Yeah.
you know, because I don't process information the way other people do.
Oh.
So it takes a little bit for me.
I want to dig into that next
We can.
time. Yeah.
I actually I
That's
got
cool.
a test done.
Oh, geez, I want to hear about
Yeah.
this.
Well, can we just quickly hear a little something? No,
maybe
you
a
wanna
little,
do-
but I want to have a whole episode. This is a cliffhanger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just tell you one little
I
thing.
wanna hear.
Yeah.
I confirmed I do have ADHD,
Okay.
and there is something else.
Okay.
But that's cliffhanger.
Oh. Okay.
But I would say take classes, do improv,
that's
and
good.
just
I really
don't be
wanna know.
afraid to fail. Like just like if you really love it and you want to do it, just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And until someone that you really trust tells you you're not good at this,
Mm-hmm.
keep doing it. But if someone you really trust is like, hey man, this ain't for you,
Mm-hmm.
maybe pack it in.
Yeah.
Oh, pack it up, pack it in.
Wow. And now I'm gonna ask our intern a question. You said the rookie's big on TikTok. Is that right? Why? Do you know?
I have no idea. I'm not on TikTok myself.
What are they putting on there that people are liking?
I think fans first started by making, because I always get these on my Instagram, like fans like just make little clips of stuff from the rookie.
And they put it on TikTok and
they
people
just
love it.
Yeah, and now most of the cast is on TikTok. Like Eric Winter's on TikTok, Makia's on TikTok, Alyssa's on TikTok, Melissa's on TikTok. I'm not.
You're not.
No. I've been in some of Eric's videos, but I'm not. I don't have a TikTok.
So if we were to say, hey, do something for our TikTok right now, what would you do?
Me?
Yeah.
Do something?
Yeah.
You put like you're asking me right now
Well,
what I
what
would
would you do if you had if we have a TikTok?
Okay.
What could we want to get like 1 million views?
I would create a little. I would use this lot and create a little action scene. Yeah, cut it up real nice. Put like a little Hans Zimmer score underneath.
You
Yeah.
wearing your cop outfit?
Okay, if I could
Could we get you shirtless doing that?
probably
Maybe you take your sunglasses and go look over
Look
'em
down.
like that.
yes.
Okay.
But do you have a phrase I should say?
That's what they said.
Oh no! Multiple talking women.
women.
You're under arrest.
Multiple talking women, you're under arrest.
Oh, there we go. That's for our TikToks.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Let's give it up for Tru Valentino. Multiple Talking Women is hosted by Lauren Burns, Ariane Price, and Lisa Shurga, and produced by Cara Fano and Amelia Misko at Stampede Ventures for the Stampede Podcast Network. Okay, I'm done now.